Right, happy Boxing Day, everybody. I just jumped on to see, well, to show you guys what my team looks like now, because we did some moves last night with some of the new Zero Chill players. So we're going to show you what we've done. But first of all, we had a bit of I had a bit of a boozy night last night. I had a few beers, so didn't get a chance to finish off my dailies. So 100 rushing yards and 450 passing yards. So that should be fairly easy. And then under Zero Chill. Now, I don't know whether this is a bug, but I bought this premium pass, and it still asks me every time I log in. Now, I did it mainly because I wanted to get more snow, and at this point, I was just getting annoyed having to click the damn button all the time. But yeah, right. What we're going to do is we're going to dive in and do a usual. I don't think we've got anything else of note to do, so we might as well just go in and do our favourites in our training camp. So we've got to get 450 passing yards, I think, 2 touchdowns. So we should be able to do everything that we need in here. And I think, was it 200 rushing yards? So, I mean, let's get the rushing yards out of the way first of all. And then I'll be able to show you some of the changes that we've made. I mean, you can probably see already some of the action. But yeah, what we did. Well, there's quite a lot we did yesterday. Actually, we're still missing one of the main pieces. So all along, we had this plan of what we would do while this Zero Chill promo is coming along, and instead of keeping a bank full of money every time I get into Ultimate Team, and I end up being left with millions in the bank at the end of the season, and I never really maximised the team out. And what I've realised this year in Madden is theme teams are great, but when you've got a promo like this Zero Chill, if you just keep with the theme team, you're going to get absolutely obliterated, like proper slaughtered. You're just not going to be able to compete. So what you can do is sort of the money that you've saved from all of the other promos. So like I said with Most Feared, if there's a promo that doesn't really light up what you want to do and how you want to play, you know, you can go pretty far this year as a no money spent player with just your binds. And in a way, I'm fairly pleased that EA doesn't force you, it doesn't, in some ways, not being able to sell these players and having all these season players mean that you've got a pretty decent team. I'm going to say, if I just put in all of my season players, you know, we're going to be at least like an 88 overall team, and that sort of allows you to have a functional team while you sell your team, because these Zero Chill players are good, but there's going to be better players coming in as soon as the playoffs hit in 2 weeks. You know, we're going to get better. We're going to get much better players coming through from the playoff program. And this is sort of where all of our Zero Chill chemistries will go down, all of the AP buckets will go down, and this is sort of why now we're in this period where we need to make hay while the sun shines, is the expression. That we've got all these boosts, and here's the guy that I got last night. We got the Zero Chill Jason Kelsey and replaced our who was it? People's tight end. So he's not fast. I think this is one of the knocks on him. He's not that quick, and he's obviously not a blocking tight end. Now, I don't really want to get into a debate on if is Jason Kelsey better than George Kittle, but what I will say is that George Kittle is a more rounded tight end. if you're just looking at pure pass catching tight end, I think Kelsey's the best. But you know, he's never been the greatest blocker. He's definitely more of a you know, a catching tight end. And this is for me why I would say that Gronk is GOAT tight end, because the guy literally did everything. You know, you could trust him on third down, you could trust him with a deep ball and getting off to the races, and you could trust him blocking on your running plays, and literally the Gronk could just do everything. No, Kittle, he can do everything, but he's not. He's just not Gronk. You know, Gronk is just ridiculous. You know, he's like a one of a kind tight end. Whereas Kelsey, he's not the fastest. At least in this Zero Chill promo. I mean, I think he's like an 88 speed, is it, or a 90? Yeah, I can't remember. We'll have to check the stats out. 94 speed, I think he is. So I think the problem is we've been spoilt with players like this Dion that we've got on the outside. And I mean, I know we're on sort of the easy mode, but just watch how quick he beats his coverage. I mean, he's just ridiculous. I mean, that was me. I tried to control it, but yeah, I've used him 2 or 3 times online, and he just burns everybody on the deep ball, and I've now got that confidence with the passing game that I just didn't have before. You know, the only knock on him is strength. So his strength's pretty low, but you know, it's a Dion. He's not a physical receiver, and I think he did actually line up a few times on offense at receiver. He was very much like one of these, not to the level that you'd see. I'm trying to think of another guy that would have played both sides of the ball. There aren't that many, got to be honest with you, but. Right, how far are we then now from 450 passing yards? We haven't really been counting, but we shouldn't be too far off. But yeah, let's give Dion a bit of love. Ooh, there we go. And yeah, so we're currently sat at 1.8 million, and the only position that we need to buy for now is centre. And originally I was going to get the Fredericks centre, but we saw the Creed Humphrey for 800k the other day on Christmas Eve, and I figured not to buy him because presents are going to open, and I think I missed the boat. So yeah, presents would have opened, but I don't think there was many viable options at centre, and people just bought him back. And he's currently there at 1.2 million. And out of all of the Zero Chill guys, I think he's the guy that could stay on the team for the rest of the season. You know, we're not going to get many more viable tight ends and not tight ends, centres. And the other thing as well is because it's pretty clear, especially the last couple of games with KC beating. You know, the other big rivals quite handily. You know, they beat the Steelers and they beat the Texans. The only question that we've got now is it going to be the Ravens, or is it going to be the Bills, or is it going to be the Chiefs? But I'm telling you guys now that the Bills are not going to hang with either the Ravens. As long as the Ravens don't do what they did a few years ago when they inevitably play the Chiefs and decide to change their game plan from what's been working all season, they stick to their game plan, they got a shot at beating them. And right now, I think that they're the only team that is really capable. This is the thing about the NFL. Like, the Bills' confidence will be high because they played them in the regular season and beat them, but I'm telling you, that is all positivity for the Chiefs, because they're going to go into the play, because they will meet in the playoffs, right? The Bills will meet in the playoffs, the Chiefs or the Ravens. It's just, those are the three. I would say it's going to be Chiefs Super Bowl, Ravens. It could be if they. So AFC Championship game, I think, is going to be the Chiefs and the Ravens. And as long as the Ravens stick to their game plan and stay healthy, I think they're the only team in the NFL right now that can beat the Chiefs. And that means they're going to be very likely in the Super Bowl, the Chiefs. So having Creed Humphrey at centre means that potentially when we sell our team at zero chill, we might end up building a Chiefs team. I think that it's very likely that we're not going to see many more 49ers being released outside of Legends and things like that. So I think that that's the that's the sort of the impression that I'm getting, and that's another reason why we got the Jason Kelsey or the Travis Kelsey, sorry, tight end yesterday. All right, it looks like we've levelled up another champions. I didn't realise that we had some more champions being levelled up, but there you go. So right, let's check on the dailies. So we did the snow. See if we're there with the dailies, and then I can show you the team instead of talking about it, and give you the idea of what logic has been applied. Right, yeah, so there we go. So we've done the daily. Let's see what we got. Right, we haven't had a decent one of these for a while, strategy cards. Let's see. All right. I'll take it. I'll take that. Auction. Right, let's just go max. Let's get some coinage for that. And as you can see, top right, our overall is now 95. So a lot of the moves that we did yesterday. So all for 2k. You're spoiling us, EA. You're spoiling us. Right. So there we go. Right. So we've got our team looking good. Right now, let me show you the missing pieces. So this is what I need. I need this Creed Humphrey. I did see him for nine and a half yesterday. And is he worth $1 million? I think he potentially could be. We're going to be investing sort of 700k in him. We haven't seen any better centres, and as I said, because he's a Chiefs chemistry, we're likely to use Chiefs chem if we get to the Super Bowl. So that's who we would like to have. If we don't see him, what we're going to do is we're going to end up going with the Cowboys centre. So we've moved away from Cowboys chemistry. I mean, he's 424. I mean, part of me thinks we should probably buy him for that. And then we've essentially completed what we want with the team. He's a lot cheaper than that Creed. We're going to be left with well over $1 million still to do some other stuff. If the Creed does come down in price, we could essentially sell this Travis. So we'll keep an eye on this, and then let me just show you the team now real quick so you can see the moves that we did yesterday. So yeah, there was a lot going on. So first off, what we did was we downgraded the Joe Staley because we got the Andrew Whitworth using the 12k snow. So this guy's going to be tradable. And we downgraded the Joe Staley. So he's still playing, as you can see. He's our next best left tackle. We're probably going to be able to give him another champions token. So we're probably going to be able to at least give him a bit more a bit more love there. But before I do that, I'm just going to double check the other players just to make sure that we haven't been given like an extra upgrade slot. No, we haven't. So yeah, we've pretty much maxed out two of our players now. We were going to try and use these tokens to upgrade three players, one max, and then get the other get one maxed up to the level where you get all three chemistries, and then try and max another two to the point where they get two chemistries that could give you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 instead of, hang on, what would it be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chemistry spots instead of the 6 that we get at the moment. But we're going to put this into Staley now because I think we've maxed it out anyway. And we'll probably be using these later, so when playoffs come, we'll probably end up getting some better chemistry. Not better, yeah, better increased champions tokens. So I think that they will go up to like 95 probably in the playoffs. But yeah, so we used the big snow, the big 93 snow to get Andrew Whitworth because obviously we can sell him later. Now, what we did is we sold Dion. So we bought Dion for 700k a few weeks. Was it last week when he came out? Saturday maybe. And then what we realised was we could use our 5k snow bind to buy somebody with the 49ers chemistry, because obviously our aim is mainly 49ers chemistries, so I'll always look to get those as a bind, especially in a position of depth like wide receiver is. So we sold our Dion for 500, and then what we did was we opened the 5k snow bind pack and bought Dion back. And then with that 500k, we then went and bought the Tavondre Sweat. So we bid on him. We got him for 350, well below what the asking price was for him at that time. But it means that we can now sell Tavondre Sweat later. So it kind of worked out that we got Tavondre Sweat with the small 5k snow, and then we got Andrew Whitworth with the bigger one. Now, the disappointing thing with Whitworth was he didn't go to 96. I'm not sure why. But yeah, I mean, it looks good to see these ghosts there. Now, the other thing we did was we also had this Dominic Puny card here. We were thinking about buying the right guard as well, the 96 right guard, to get the offensive line fully maxed out, so to speak. But what we did was we sold a non-bound Dominic Puny for 100k, I think. He actually sold when I logged in earlier just to check on Creed. And then we used a 90 snow pack, the 800 one, to bind Dominic Puny, because he's obviously going to be on the team for a while, even if it's a backup spot. And it now means that we put that 100k towards another one of the players. Now, you will notice that we've also got this Calvin Johnson. So we got him actually on Christmas Eve out of the upgrading of the snow pack. So you know we've managed to get the wide receiver core looking pretty hot. You know, we've got the CD Lamb, who still is making amazing plays. We've added Calvin Johnson at WR3, and obviously that Dion out of the speed is just crazy. We might end up putting Dion in the slot and getting Calvin back over here at wide receiver 2. But yeah, I'm not quite sure as of yet whether I will do that or not. And then there was actually something I'm a bit confused about here, because I'm pretty sure that we had one of these guys hitting 97. I could have sworn yesterday that Dion or one of these guys had hit 97 overall. I'm thinking it was Calvin Johnson, you know. And that's why we were going to think. So I don't know whether EA's tweaked something, but I'm pretty sure we had one of these receivers hitting 97. But anyway, right. So that's the offense. And then the thing that we did yesterday was we got the Travis Kelce. So I think we got him for 300. Let's have a look. How do I see his stats? Compare, is it under stats? Here we go. Yeah. So we bought him for. Is it going to show us here? I don't think it's going to show us here, is it? Three. Yeah, 360k. Now, I'm assuming he's probably gone up in price now. The market was pretty much crashing. Now, because we did this with Joe Staley, what we had to do was we had to stall 49's chemistry because we would have lost the +1 speed. We'd have dropped below that 40. So what we had to do was construct Jason Elam. So we've sacked off Brandon Aubrey, the Cowboys kicker, which hurts me a little bit because we had two X factors on him, and the X factor that I really like is this focus kicker. But for some reason it's locked on Elam, and I don't know how you unlock it. I'm assuming he's got to have another upgrade to get there. And as you can see, he's maxed out. But yeah, we had to do Elam to give us that extra 49ers chemistry, and then that's allowed us to get rid of the People's tight end and give us Travis Kelce. I'm not sure what order to put these guys in. Whether I should put Hawk in here. I think I can't remember whether or not he's got another 0 AP bucket. I think this was the thinking behind it, that the stocking stuffers only have a single AP point. So I thought we would put Kelce in there because we've got one of the, is it route technician that we've got on him? Let's have a look. Wide receiver apprentice, 4 additional hot routes at any wide receiver position. I mean, actually, yeah, I'm not sure that is the right one to have. We might need to rethink that one, but I really love human joystick. Yeah, this is the one we probably want. Four routes when lined up at tight end, but I don't think we can get joystick in here. So yeah, but that's the thought process behind it, and we don't really use many heavy formations, so we might end up using remaining snow on upgrading this David Njoku, so we can get him up to sort of a 96 as well, but a lot of snow goes into it. I think that's the problem, but we haven't done any muck drafts yet. But yeah, that's pretty much the offense. And that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to get this centre, either Creed Humphrey or Frederick, the Cowboys centre, is going to go in here. And then onto the defence, the moves were getting Tavondre Sweat at defensive tackle. So before we had Breezy in here at 93 and the 49ers Sue in here. So Poona Ford was released yesterday. I think we got a decent deal on him, if I remember right. I think he might have been. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure we got him for under 300. Let's have a look. Yeah, 300, just over 300. We got Poona Ford for. So I'm pretty sure. All right, mate. I'm pretty sure that's going to be decent value. And then, as I said, we got the Tavondre Sweat by doing the deal with what's his name, Dion. So selling Dion and getting his bind at the snowpack. So I feel like we've done pretty good, really. That we've improved our defensive line. So we were at 93 and 91 here. We've still got Cam Hayward. We also bought Richard Sherman for I can't remember what it was now, but obviously 49ers chemistry, and we've got the boost from Zero Chill that's going to stay here. The only knock on it is these legends are good, but you don't get any 0 point things to put on. As I said before, we were going to get rid of Renfro, but he is hitting 97, but we're using two AP points on him at the moment that we could potentially use elsewhere. It might be that we take his X Factor off if that's using an AP point, which I think it is. And maybe we put it on Richard Sherman, give him some pick artists, but he's essentially coming in as the fourth corner. So this is the logic behind having Diamador Lenore as CB5 to give us that extra 49ers chemistry, but. I think we could get it. I think there's going to be another Dion coming for defense. So when we actually bought the Dion, the wide receiver Dion, I'd forgot he was an outer position. He was a wide receiver rather than a corner. So we were going to get him back, but I mean, we will see. But I think that this is what the plan is now. We've got let's count them up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we've got 22 Zero Chill players and legends that we will probably sell. Now, I think about 5 of them are bind, so that leaves us about 17. And then we're going to get them sold just before they all of these free abilities start to run out. We'll get them sold, and then we'll be held in good stead then for the playoffs. There's a few players we'll probably keep around, like the Travis Kelce and the Creed Humphrey, if we slot him into this position here. But yeah, question marks are: do we buy the right guard? So there's a new right guard. No, there's a new left guard that's come out. So we could think about maybe selling Quentin Nelson and getting the other left guard, or we buy the right guard and the centre, and then we're hopefully going to be 96 in these positions. We put Puny in backup. The problem with that is we're going to be struggling for chemistry. We're going to lose a chemistry slot here if we replace Puny with the left guard with a new right guard. And I don't know where we can add that chemistry back in. So yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one. I'm not aware of any other 49ers that we could put in that give you like double. I think we're already using the Colton McKivitz and the Brendel and the Michael Crabtree, and we've already got the blue strategy card. The other question we might be doing is potentially changing the running back to one of the other more newly released. I think there's an elusive back that we might be looking at getting. So we could sell Ramondre and potentially the Baker Mayfield. There's some other quarterback options out there, but in all honesty, he's playing pretty well for me still. And it'll essentially be a sell them. You might lose a few hundred, or maybe up to 100k on selling them. But yeah, that's the team. That's how the team looks. And those are the question marks. I think this is the thing about getting Creed. If we get Creed, we're only going to have, if we can get him for 800, which is where I want it to be. We've only got 600k left. I don't know what other Zero Chill players are going to release, but we've got the ability to sell them, as I said, and lose a few hundred, maybe 100k as the new ones release. But I think by the end of Zero Chill, We should be at or around 6 or 7 million from selling these guys, and then we go through the process again with a playoff chemistry team or a chemistry from some of the whoever's going to be in the Super Bowl. So yeah, that's the plan. We're going to just have a quick look at today's dailies. I think they probably might have reset. Let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, in a minute. So we haven't got long to wait. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly have a look on the auctions hub just to see where Creed Humphrey is. See if we can get lucky. Yeah, we're still at 1.1 million. So let's have a look at Frederick. I think we're just going to go with the Dallas Center. I think is probably the best plan. He's going to end up being 96 anyway. And yeah, his price is dropping. If we could get him for below 4, I think that'd be a pretty good deal. I want to have a look at what Puna Ford is going for actually, because we got him for like just over 3. Yeah, we lost a bit of money on that. Oh no, that's a bid. So I think we were all right. And then the Kelsey, I'm wondering where he's sitting at the moment. Whether he's still, yeah, he's dropped a bit. So he's still around what we bought him for. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of flux in those players over the next few days. I think we're nearly hitting the daily, so just wait for that to reset, and then we'll buy a pack, and then we will have a bit of a break. We're going to be having some food a little bit later. Boxing Day snacks. As you can see, we're a 95 overall team. The offense is lagging behind slightly. It's the defense. I think the defense is very nearly a 96. I think it's because Whitworth didn't go to 96, but I think if we put a centre in there, we're probably going to hit 95. And yeah, I think we might just end up keeping that Dominic Puny as the right guard. Right, there we go. Did I read that right? That wasn't interceptions, was it? You kidding me? Was that interceptions? No, 15 complete passes, 450. Right, so let's buy. Let's go in and buy the pack that EA kindly gives us. See if we get lucky. Probably not. We've got a blue. Right, there we go. Kenny Moore. Right, so let's get Kenny sold straight away. And, right, so we're approaching 48 season level, which is nice. There we go, 2000 XP. So, yeah, there we go. As you can see, featured players now, 97, 97, 96, 96, 96. Looking good. What we're going to be doing later on is playing a few head-to-heads. We did play a drunken champions game last night, and yeah, you shouldn't really be playing when you've got a bit of beer in you. And we've got 5 days on ranked, so we really need to start doing this to try and see if we can improve where we finished last season. The hope is that we can maybe get to that 93 Justin Fields this time. I think that would be pretty cool to get to hero. So we've got 5 days to do that. So we'll probably do a few of those later. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. That's what we did with the team yesterday. And we actually, oh, hang on, what's this? 78 overall picks. Oh, I think that's the pack that we bought earlier. So we sold our Snow Christmas Eve. I think now it looks like that was actually a good decision based on what packs we had. Nothing, I don't think we would have pulled anything of note. But yeah, I'll catch you in a bit, guys, for some head-to-head. Hope you're all having a good Christmas, and I'll catch you again.